Hello, I'm Quinn.
And I'm Rich Smith, and this is
Real Hunting. I'm holding in my hand a Lato's pasty, and that can only mean one thing. It means we're headed west on Highway 2, getting ready for firearm season. Another special year for us. I've got my dad and both of my sons with me this year. This is Gavin's first Michigan firearm opener, and I'll be sitting with him for the next 2 seasons. So Caden's going to sit by himself nearby, and Dad will sit in his blind, and heading out right now to put a few things in the blinds and get ready for tomorrow. So it's always fun. There's always this nice anticipation of seeing lots of deer, and we really hope that somebody gets to connect with something this year. All right, opening morning of firearm season. It's a good time to be in the blind. This is Gavin's first firearm opener. However, he did get to shoot a buck last year with a firearm also during the youth hunt, so he's got some experience already. He's been bow hunting a lot this year, and he's already let a couple little bucks walk, so hopefully he sees something up here that he wants to shoot. It's always fun coming out for firearm season. It's always fun getting to carry a quality firearm in your hands and just wait for dawn to break, and you never know what's going to happen, so. Caden, are you on? Caden sent me a text. He said he shot one. We're in the UPs, and there's a 3 on a side restriction. That's great that Caden got a buck. We heard the shot. We've heard a couple shots real close to us, so we're still keeping our eyes peeled. There's still one doe out in front of us right now. But, hopefully Caden radios us here in a little bit and tells us what's up. I'm so very excited that we got a deer in this trip. Caden's first year sitting alone. He put a shot on one all by himself. Dad, Caden says his radio isn't working, but I told him to use his spare batteries. He should have extra AA's in his blind, so we'll see if he comes on. Okay. Okay, so do we need to track him?
No, I put the bullet went through his opposite shoulder and he fumbled around and I heard him crash.
Excellent. Well, we'll give him a while. We've got one doe out in front of us, so I don't want to leave. Plus, we still got good hunting light here, and Gavin is obviously on his first morning, so you're gonna have to be patient. But have you found him? Have you looked at him yet?
I haven't got up and looked at all.
All right. Well, you can still shoot another buck up here, so go ahead and chamber around, and maybe you'll get lucky.
Okay.
Dad, you got anything you want to add to that?
Well, congratulations, Caden. I haven't seen anything.
All right, we're heading up to Caden and help him find his deer. He said he doesn't think it went very far on the radio. He said it looked like it hit the offside shoulder, and he said it just went down. Didn't go very far. So. Was he out in front of you?
No, he was through the right window.
Oh, he came out of that trail.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Good thing we cleared those branches out of there.
Yeah.
All right, well, you need to take care of anything before we go up there? You good?
Nope.
All right.
Away then. And then my phone falls down and makes a noise, and he looks at me, and I saw his third point, so I shot him.
Cool.
Interesting.
So it all of a sudden, it's not like you had a lot of time to make a decision, huh?
Nope.
It comes fast when you're in the cover, doesn't it? Well, let's just go look. He probably didn't go far. Yeah. See him? Oh, boy, that's a big body. All right. There you go. EP 6 point. Boy, he's all busted up. What broke his rack off?
Wow.
He is all broken off. I'll hold his head up for me. That one just broke off, too. Okay. Good shot, Kay. All right. So this is a really nice treat. Opening day of firearm season here in northern Michigan, Michigan's Upper Peninsula, Mackinac County. And my 14-year-old son got to connect with his first buck all by himself. We set this blind up in September and just happened to be in the right spot. We cleared some branches for a shot on the right just in case it happened, and that's where the shot happened. So it all came together real good. It's a real special treat to be able to shoot some video this year with both my sons and my dad. You know, I'll take full credit for starting this whole crazy emotional adventure called deer hunting. Back when I was a kid, I was just so drawn to it. I couldn't help it. Got involved doing it, got better at it, got my dad into it, and now both my sons are doing it. And here we are, and some of the most special country that we could possibly shoot a deer in. And don't care how big, don't care how small, it's a legal deer. We're deer hunting, and that is the whole premise of what we're trying to convey, especially this season. If you've seen some of our other videos this year, we've been talking about, you know, deer hunting and a quality hunting experience. And let me tell you, it really doesn't get any better than this. It's opening day. We've still got a few days left up here, and we're going to get this guy taken care of, field dressed, tagged, and get back at it. Hopefully we have some more to show you. There'll be lots more adventure no matter what, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Gavin and I are taking a midday walk across the road. This is some Mead land, Mead Paper Company. And it was cut several years ago, replanted with tamaracks. It's pretty thick. There's a strip of cedar running through it that we're going to go check out. Set up in a kind of in a corner area. put some scent out and see if we can get something to move. Not much deer sign over here. But I forgot my other video camera and my cell phone, so. But I did remember my 22, and Gavin's got the 243, so we're good. We did a midday sit for a while, a little over an hour. Nothing happening. So we're back out on the other 80 that we hunt. It's a special treat to get a buck out of Michigan's Upper Peninsula because the deer are very few and far between, and I've hunted them hard since 1992 and haven't connected with very many. So looking to spend another enjoyable evening with the wind blowing the camera around and my kid in the blind. So here we go. Alright, it's almost 10 o'clock in the morning. 6 deer today, no bucks. Had some deer come to the feeder and hang out, and a couple that came up right alongside the blind after I gave a couple grunts. I grunted back to the east just to see if we could make something happen today because it's so calm and still, and I knew the sound would carry, but no luck with that. And that made the other 2 deer come alongside the blind to investigate what the noise was, so probably not the best move. But we're going to try setting up in the midday again somewhere, I'm not sure where yet, and see if we can get Gavin a shot at something. You know, it's a lot of work trying to find deer up here, and even more work to try to find a buck. A legal buck, which has at least 3 points on one antler. So, I don't know, that's going to be tough, but we're going to see if we can make it happen still. Back on stand for another afternoon sit, November 16th, and just giving it a go. You know, the second night of the season here has produced the most bucks for us over the 11 years that we've been hunting this property. Most of them that we've shot on the evening of the 16th. So we always try to find reasons to stay optimistic, and that's our reason for tonight, and that's good enough. I saw it run. There's chasing going on out there. Coyote. Oh, she's snorting. What's she snorting at? Might be a buck chasing her.
I think so, because there was a couple deer.
It sounded to me like they ran back in the woods over there.
Yeah, they sound like they were back in the corner.
Alright, it's November 17th. We're back in the blind for our final evening here tonight. Hoping that something happens. It feels real good in the air tonight. Feels like something could move real good. Kind of feels like rain. And Caden and I had a real nice adventure today. We explored a part of the property that we don't go on very often. Found some rubs, found a scrape, and lots of tracks, so it's good to see some sign. Sitting out with Gavin now for our final evening, and got our fingers crossed, just hoping he'll get a look at a buck tonight. Well, it's about 5:30 in the morning, and we haven't seen any deer today. So they've been getting pressured. We've been on the land, and last night they were out, but they kept looking at the blind. They knew something was up. So it's the way it goes. I guess my optimism this year is that we're seeing signs of recovery up here with the deer herd. We, in the past, have had adult does and only adult does under the feeder. This year, we've got some button bucks around and a yearling doe. The trade-off is last year I had 4 adult does come into the feeder, and this year I've got 2. I put 2 trail cameras up last year on the feeder, one on top of the other, just to make sure we really documented what was there. And between the 2 cameras, I got just over 8,450 photos from the end of September to mid-November, and 0 bucks out of all those photos, and only 1 fawn who was a button buck. And that button buck probably was a 6-point this year that somebody else shot a couple days ago. And so anyway, we're getting ready to head home. UP hunting is a lot different than down home. I've got a couple texts actually that I want to share with you. One is from Rich Smith from Real Hunting. And Rich sent me a text on the second day, November 16th, the second day of the season. It says, "Yesterday I heard over 400 shots. Today maybe 30. So on opening day, Rich heard over 400 shots, and that's not an exaggeration, guys. That's for real. Montcalm County, Michigan. Now to contrast that with Mackinac County, where we're at, we probably haven't heard 30 shots total in 4 days up here. The deer are very sparse. It's not what it used to be, but luckily the predators are starting to get a little more under control. I know there's a lot of people coyote hunting in this area now, and that's good. So text number 2 that I want to share with you is from Caden. And Caden says to me just the other day, I gotta find it. He was we were texting. We heard a shot, and he was wondering if we shot, and I said no, I was hoping it was you. And then that's when we heard him shoot the other morning. It says, "Just got a buck. Had 3 on one side, so I took him." And then later on he says, "He wasn't the biggest, but I wanted another UP buck." And you know what? Good for you, Caden. You did a good job. First time sitting alone in a blind during firearm season. He made the decision on one he wanted to shoot, and he put a really good shot on it and hit it through the heart. So that's great. And later on he said to me, Dad, I just wanted to make a memory. And that's what we're making on this trip. Lots of good memories, and I'm really happy about that. So we're hoping things turn around here on this property that we get to hunt. The landowner actually has put a field in that's behind us right now, put a cover crop of oats in and planted it with alfalfa, so hopefully that alfalfa next year will come up. Maybe we'll get some more deer coming into the area. Maybe we'll get some travel routes established, and we can maybe hunt this more efficiently somehow. All right, so we're going home with another handful of great memories in the Keon hunting book. And just for the record, I'd like to say that if you shoot a grouse with a .44 Magnum, unfortunately there's not much left to eat. And we got to find that out yesterday. So we're going home with half a grouse breast and 1 red squirrel and 1 UP buck. So I guess that's about it. That's going to wrap it up for our UP firearm season adventure for this year. Alright, it's a Monday afternoon, November 19th, and we made it home from our UP trip. Caden filled 1 tag already, and Gavin has filled 0, so he's got 3 tags that he can fill. This morning on this food plot by the river, I saw a spike hanging out here, and I asked Gavin, he wants to shoot a doe, but he wants to get a buck, so I said, would you be interested in shooting that spike? And he said, yeah, I'd be interested in shooting that spike. So that's what we're going to try to do tonight. He's not a very big spike. Realistically, he's a good one to cull from the genetics in this area. So that's what we're looking to do. If the spike comes out, he'll take a shot, and you never know what else might come out of the thick stuff down there too. There's always other bucks crossing the river here, so he may get lucky and find something else too. We'll see. Like I said, that's 200 yards. So we don't really want to shoot 200. They're probably going to come into the front line. So we'll see. There's another one coming out. Yeah, the other thing is, if you wait, maybe that spike will come out, or maybe another buck will. But it's up to you. Just let me know what you want to do, so we can get the video on it. There's more deer coming out now. Boy, you'd think if there was a buck around, you'd come out. Yeah, the one on the right's a nice one too. And it's got one behind it though. If that one behind moves, you can take the one on the right pretty good. That's a good shot if you shoot it right through the shoulder. Line it up on the front leg. Take your time, make a good shot. Okay.
I think I got my jaw. It's a little bit more
Okay. You got another one out there to the left of the tree giving you a real good shot right now.
Is there a deer behind her? No, there isn't. But is that sounds?
No, I don't think it is.
Shoot that one.
Okay. Wait. Okay, that's the one that's got the little tiny fawn. Don't shoot that one. Did you see it climbing on her?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There's one out on the point, but that one's too far. It's a long ways away. So,
I hate that go straight back towards us. Back towards the river. Okay? And shoot her now.
which one?
One that I was gonna shoot originally.
Okay, I'm on her. Nice shot, Gavin. She's down. She's right there on the edge of the plot. We won't have to track her, and we can wait and still hunt for a buck.
I can't see her.
Okay.
I saw her fall.
Yeah, she's right there, so that's good. Gavin, excellent shot.
Thank you.
You took your time, you waited for a good body presentation, and you squeezed slow.
Yeah, and I get shot. And I couldn't. That's a memory, Dad.
Yeah.
That's a memory.
Right.
First doe.
Yup, your first doe and your first deer this year. Good job.
Thanks.
Gavin's practiced. When we go to the range, he practices with this rifle, and he's an excellent shot with this 243. He's an excellent shot with any rifle, actually, but he just takes his time and squeezes like you're supposed to, and puts it right where it needs to go. So, good job.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
You made an excellent shot.
I'm so excited.
I know. And we still have an hour of light left, so Gavin's going to Well, he's already chambered another round, and we're gonna keep watching for a buck because you never know what else might happen.
I was just trying to stay calm and not, like, be super excited like I am right now. I'm just all over the place. And my heartbeat was just, like, really fast.
Yeah, it's hard to control. It's hard to keep the rifle from shaking when your heart rate increases.
Yeah.
Your heart starts beating, your breathing is faster, and now the crosshairs are doing the dance.
Yeah.
And you just hold it on, and you squeeze, 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 squeeze.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you didn't blink. You saw the crosshair jump, right?
Yeah. I saw the whole rifle jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. You did a good job.
Yeah. Thanks.
More meat in the freezer for us.
Yup.
Yeah. You know, guys, sometimes it doesn't matter if it's a buck or a doe, big or small, you know. There's so much to be celebrated when we get a deer. You know, just a deer is enough.
So if you want to track, you can.
Oh, looks like, yep.
So you shot her.
You went this way.
You shot her further out here than I thought, Gavin. Because it's 120 there. 30, 40, 50, about 150. Nice shot.
Huh?
She's over here. Go check her out.
All right, guys. Another beautiful, calm night here in Michigan. We had a strong feeling about this afternoon, and we knew that there'd been some deer using our food plot. And just this morning, I saw a small spike out here. So Gavin was planning on hunting, so we talked on my way home, and I said, do you want to, go to one of the properties to try to get a doe, or would you be interested in shooting that small spike? He said, yeah, I think I'd like to get that spike. So we sat out here, and we had 8 deer total out in the food plot with a couple nice big does. And he says, I don't know if I should shoot one. I said, well, let's wait for a little bit and see if a buck shows up. Well, we waited. And then I said, Gavin, this is a really nice opportunity for you to get a deer this year right now. And he said, yup, you're right. I'm going to shoot one. So this is the one he picked out. And what a great job for a 12-year-old boy to be so patient. I'm just so very impressed by that. And he waited, and she gave him the shot that he wanted. And he put the shot right through both shoulders. Guarantee you this is a heart shot. And she was down really fast, really quick, very humanely. And now we have a beautiful doe to put in our freezer. And Gavin was telling me in the blind, he says, you know what? It doesn't matter if it's a buck or a doe or how big it is. The most important thing is the memory. And he said, we're making a memory here tonight, Dad. And I'm so happy. I'm so proud. He was just so fired up for an hour in the blind. We decided to sit until dark just in case a buck did come out. And a short walk out here in the food plot, and here she is. So his shot was very close to 150 yards. He did it off of a set of shooting sticks out of a pop-up blind. And let me tell you what, this kid can shoot. He's an excellent shot. Yeah. So good for you, Gavin. You did a great job tonight. And you got your first deer of the year.
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome.
There he is.
Where?
He's right out there.
directions.
He's right over again.
Let me get the camera on. Do you want me to stop him?
No.
Is that him behind the feeder?
Can you stop at this distance?
But squeeze slow.
Get him.
Yep.
My heart wasn't racing that time. Okay, now it is.
Okay, we're gonna have to drag him.
I got a bug, Dad.
I last saw him to the right. I know you did. I don't mean to take away from that. I'm gonna keep looking through the binoculars.
Not on my ears this time.
I last saw him to the right of that big tree back there. That's a long shot, Gavin.
Yeah, and I hit it for sure. Deer 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
Yup. That's a tall fort, though.
Is it? I still haven't got a good look at him.
He's tall rack.
When I got the binoculars up, I was just focusing on his shoulder to try to see your shot. So,
Yeah. Well, he's at least 4 at least. I am so happy. Who wouldn't be happy shooting a buck?
yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, Gavin.
Thank you. Another good shot. That's 243.
All right, so I made a couple phone calls and invited a couple friends, and one showed up. We got Ray with us. Ray, I'm going to plug your store here. Are You Outdoors, if you're in Central Michigan and you want to stop by and give Are You Outdoors on M46 a little bit of business. He's got a used gun shop and a great guy to hang out with. So, Ray, I appreciate you coming out.
Glad to come out.
Always nice to have an extra set of eyes when we go to track in the dark. We got some good lights. Now, the reason we waited is because I looked at the shot on the camera and I couldn't tell where the hit was. So I looked at it on the computer and I'm still really unsure about the hit. There's definite movement from the shock too far back. But there, it also looks like there might be some movement on the shoulder too, like maybe Gavin's shot hit the shoulder and then deflected rearward. You know, bullets don't always go straight when they hit their target. Arrows don't either. So just because you made a good shot and hit that point doesn't mean that once it got in there it did what it needed to do. We've seen in the past where bullets have done some very strange things. Ray, real quick, you had one, the first buck that you shot with your 7 STW.
Did.
Yeah.
It was, the bullet path was very unusual. Point of entry was just inside the front left shoulder. The bullet continued in, took out the top of the left lung, severed the heart, took out the bottom of the right lung, and then turned almost a complete C, clipped the inside of the liver, and come back through the abdominal cavity, hitting the left side kidney on its exit wound back out the left-hand side of the deer. So, really hard to tell what it's going to do after impact. You know, you do your very best to put that shot on the mark where it needs to be, and hope for the best at that point. But it doesn't always work out that way. So if you know, good marksmanship is probably one of the strongest points of a truly good hunter. If you can put that bullet where it belongs, the chances are a lot better, that you're going to recover the deer quickly with a nice, clean, humane kill.
Yep. And speaking of good marksmanship, we're looking at 175 yards to the back of the food plot, and on the video, that's where it looks like the buck is standing. So that's quite a poke for this 243. Not that it's not capable of shooting there, but for my 12-year-old son, you know, who doesn't have a lot of experience, it's quite a shot. So I guess we'll head out there and see if we can find some sign.
Now, that having been said, quick poke for Gavin, is my understanding is this is the second 150 plus yard shot he's made in the last 2 days, and if all goes well, kudos to the young man for great marksmanship and good hunting skills. I credit his father for that. He's been a long time hunting buddy of mine, and he does a great job.
Recording.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I should add that it's been a little over 2 hours now. If this had been a bow shot that I thought was too far back, I'd give it at least 4, maybe 6. But I think that with that rifle, even if it's too far back, where it looks like it hit, there's a big artery there. The abdominal aorta is on the underside of the spine, so I'm pretty confident we're going to recover this deer, and thought we'd just better get at it tonight.
First drop of blood we've been able to find so far.
I didn't see any blood over on that side. I've just been following trails through here because I know this thick area, and I know they like to be in this part right here. There's about a half acre right here that they're hanging out in. So. Hey, Gavin. Squat down. Got him, Gavin. I don't know how we're gonna get through there. We're gonna go under it, I guess. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we got no blood. Well, we had one little, not even a pinky-sized drop of blood, but just kind of followed the trails up from the direction where I last saw him, and we got a body laying up here.
Oh, that's pretty stiff.
Nice rifle, Gavin.
Thanks. Your neck is stiff.
Yeah. Yeah, he went right down. He was, so we'll have to figure out the mystery here in a little bit, but Gavin got a 5-point. All right. 175 yards, gee. Quite a poke.
Yeah, I have a good story to tell.
Yeah, you do.
Look at this.
We've got blood here. That's from an antler.
Oh, wow. Oh, I got a 5-point.
It's gushy right here.
Like I hit it?
The shoulder broken?
Yeah.
Oh,
You hit his shoulder, Gavin.
that's what I thought.
Look how big his neck is. Man. There. Got it.
That's a nice shot.
That's that entrance wound?
Yep, entrance wound right there on the front of the shoulder. So a little far forward from where he should have placed it, but like I said, it was a long ways out. He's shooting off sticks, so. And of course, that 6mm hole isn't very big.
Yeah.
So the shot that we were seeing way back here was just a shot going through his body, unless of course it did deflect back, which is possible.
You got an exit one back here, Ken?
I haven't looked yet. Dude, he's got nasty growth on his mouth.
And his eye.
This? Ooh,
Oh,
he's got a tumor on his eye and a tumor on his lip. Right here, he's got tumors. Another one growing right there.
It must be the Pine River.
Over here, he's got one right on his eye.
yeah.
Poor guy.
I got a 5 point. Oh, it was almost a 6 point, Dad.
Yep.
See?
It's all right. Nice 5G.
Yeah, that's
A
thick.
little bit of blood right here, so I'm guessing there's an exit.
That's what I'm thinking. I got blood
It's-
back here.
Thick. Right here, though, Dad.
Yep.
Thick. Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Basic one right behind the front shoulder. See it bleeding there. What can I do to help you?
Nothing I just want to say.
Oh,
All right.
I did have a good shot.
So we, you see that okay, Kaden?
Shine the light on his ribs so I can see it better.
So we got exit wound right here behind the shoulder. So Gavin
good
took him
shot.
through the front of the one shoulder and out behind the other. It's almost the opposite of your shot on your UP buck.
Yeah, it is.
You hit yours here and came right out the front of the other shoulder there. So
Oh,
Gavin, I'm guessing you got another heart shot, buddy.
yeah.
Hey, with no blood trail. Good job, man.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Well, we've had 2 beautiful nights here in Michigan back to back. It's pushing 50 degrees out, which of course isn't great for the meat, but it's great for sitting out here in light clothes and hanging out with my kid. Gavin will focus on first. You know, he put a good shot on this deer. I know we were wondering about it, but that was just because of the camera and what we were seeing. Hopefully we can show you that in slow motion while we're talking about it so you can see what we were seeing. So we gave him a little more time, but I guarantee you he's got a heart shot on this deer. Right through the front of one shoulder, right through the back of the other. So good job, Gavin, on your 175 yard to the back of the food plot shot off a set of shooting sticks. Let me tell you what, that boy can shoot. I never ever should have doubted that shot. I'm really happy to be hanging out doing deer stuff with my buddy Ray. We got a lot planned this winter coming up. We're going to do some coyote hunting. We're looking forward to that, but it's nice to be able to get out, do some deer stuff, have a second set of eyes, have a strong body to help get this deer out of the woods. And Caden's out here with us helping do his thing, helping film, helping track, mostly film, but somebody needed to do it so we could share it with you. Appreciate you watching. What a beautiful buck, you know. He's a 5 point. He's Gavin's 2nd buck ever, Gavin's 3rd deer ever, and he's 12 years old. When I was 12, I was dreaming about deer hunting and didn't know how to get out there in the woods. And here I am able to remember that and provide opportunities for my kids to get out there. For you kids at home that watch and say, I wish my dad would take me hunting, just remember this. Nobody took me hunting. I had to learn to do it on my own. And you can do that too. So if it's a situation where you want your dad to take you out, maybe you have to be the one to initiate that. Maybe you have to be the one to get involved in hunting like I did, and then got my dad involved in it later. So just a little advice. I hope that helps you on your way. We appreciate you watching. We appreciate you supporting what we're doing, and we're happy to be able to share another beautiful Michigan deer with you. So I guess we'll wrap this one up tonight. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.